So today we're looking at two products that MiraMate has, and we are looking at the Big Magic. Can you go back? That's it. The Big Magic, which is down on the bottom left, and then the Mini Magic, which is on the right. You see that? And I'll talk about those in a minute. Okay, you want to go to the next slide, Sarah? Okay, so I'm going to tell you what they're PEMF devices. So PEMF stands for Pulsed Electromagnetic Field. And I'm just going to read this off. Like, PEMF works like a battery charger for our cells. The voltage of a healthy cell is about -20 to -25 millivolts. We start to get sick when the voltage drops below -15 millivolts. That's when our cells have trouble healing and become dysfunctional. By inducing a mild electrical magnetic current into damaged cells, PEMF therapy slows or stops the release of pain and inflammatory mediators, increases blood flow, and reestablishes normal cell interaction, speeding up the body's natural ability to heal. So there's a little diagram here on the right with, you know, at the very top it says -50 millivolts. That's at 50. -50 is when healing occurs. -40, -30 is normal for youth. -20, -25 is normal for adults. -15 is when you're tired and in pain. -10 millivolts is when you're sick and in pain. -5 is when you can't function. And then when it gets lower, 0 or to 5 is when you have cancer and disease. So PEMF reactivates the communication process between the inside and outside of the cells, accelerating the healing time of the tissue subjected to the therapy. All right, so the outside of the cell is the positive and the inside is the minus. And chronic disease and loss of well-being is always defined by low electrical charge. With enough voltage and raw materials, the body can heal almost anything. So that's by Jerry Tennant, MD. He has a book called Healing is Voltage. I'm going to be honest, I haven't read it. It's on my book list. I want to read it. I did watch a YouTube video of him, and I thought it was really interesting what he talked about. And I also want to let everyone know, hang out to the end because I do have a discount code for everyone. I just want to let you know in case you wanted to get anything from MiraMate. Okay, so here we have increased circulation. So essentially that's what PEMF does, increases circulation. One of the most basic effects magnetic fields have on the body is increased circulation, not by increasing heartbeat or blood pressure, but by opening and dilating the arteries and capillaries. When a cell, such as a red blood cell, does not hold its ideal charge, the red blood cells can stick together and stack like coins, which is called the rouleau effect. This effect inhibits proper cell oxygenation to the cells because the red blood cells do not circulate well enough to deliver oxygen where it is needed. There is a simple explanation why the rouleau effect occurs, and it is related to voltage. When your cellular voltage is low, the positive charge on the outside of the cell is diminished, which allows the cells to stick together. When a magnetic field passes through the cell, the membrane becomes properly charged, allowing the cell to repel itself and keep separate from other cells, thereby increasing circulation. Good circulation helps tissue with cellular function get the nutrition they need while expelling the waste they produce. Nutrition, healing, and regeneration. Poor circulation makes tissues unhealthy and prone to disease and breakdown. Okay, so I have a microscope actually, and I do LBA, live blood analysis is what they call it. I learned how to do it last year, and I see that a lot in people. It's basically, you know, there's another one called blood sludge, and where it's just all stuck together, right? So you don't want your blood cells, your red blood cells, sticking. They need to be individuated, and they all should be the same size and a strong edge border around them. And the rouleau, like he's talking about, is when they stack on each other. Okay, so that's not good because they can't do what they're supposed to do. So PEMF helps to break that up, and then they're doing what they need to do. Okay, great. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you what PEMF does for the body. It supports nerve regeneration, neurological issues such as spine or back pain, sciatica, cervical, herniated or ruptured disc, MS, stroke, arthritis, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's can benefit tremendously from PEMF therapy. In 2002, a PEMF scientist called Thomas J. Goodwin reported that 10 hertz PEMF therapy application to neural tissues resulted in 400% improvement in regeneration. Okay. Pain relief, neck, back, and joints works by blocking pain, decreasing inflammation, increasing cellular flexibility, increasing blood and lymph circulation, and increasing tissue oxygenation. Okay, next. I just want to say PEMF has been around a long time. It's been around a long time. It's really underrated, but it's becoming more and more popular, as you'll see later. Oh yeah, okay, so there's more things it does, like bone mending and wound healing. PEMF improves the quality of calcium produced and mends bones in 1/3 of the normal time. PEMFs work to repair bones and bone regeneration, such as osteoporosis and osteopenia, among other bone-destroying conditions, because PEMF supports cellular health. Damaged tissue and wounds heal much faster in 1/3 to 1/2 of the time with less scarring. So I did have a good friend, and he had a hip replacement, and he's 78, I think. And I had the Mini Magic, and I lent it to him, and I told him, I just had one coil on my Mini Magic, and I had him put one coil at the bottom and one at the top of the scar where it was. And he made a really good recovery, and his scars, you can barely see it. It's really beautiful. But I think it helped him a lot, actually, in that. Okay, so we have stress reduction. Relaxes the vascular system, lowering heart rate and dropping blood pressure by 20 to 30%. So that could be, a little risky for people that already have low, like their blood pressure is low. Their heart rate is low and their blood pressure is low, because that's the only kind of thing that you might want to watch is that. But other than that, there really isn't any side effects from it. Okay, athletic recovery, performance enhancement, accelerated recovery, and overall health maintenance. Recovery from muscle soreness, tissue swelling, and inflammation. So a lot of athletes use PEMF, or whatever, working out, and then you sleep on the mat, or you put the Mini Magic on the area that's sore. It's going to speed up the healing. Okay, next. Okay, so PEMF therapy devices are FDA approved. So in 1979, the FDA approved PEMF therapy for the healing of non-union fractures. In 1998, the FDA approved PEMF therapy for urinary incontinence and muscle stimulation. 2004, the FDA approved PEMF therapy for cervical fusion patients at high risk of non-fusion. 2006, FDA approved PEMF therapy for depression and anxiety. In 2011, for depression and anxiety too. I didn't put that in the list. 2011, FDA approved PEMF therapy for treatment of brain cancer. And then 2015, the FDA reclassified PEMF devices from the existing Class 3 category to Class 2 status. So they're basically saying that they think it's safer than what they thought it was. If it goes to a 2, it means it's safer. Okay, next. But when I was doing research, I find Dr. Oz. He's everywhere, right? And I don't think his show's on anymore, but he loved PEMF. Like, he raves about it, and he explains it well, actually. So if you wanted to check this out, the link is there, and you can watch his video. He has diagrams and everything like that, and experts on the show to tell you all about it, how it works. So what I'm saying is PEMF therapy has become mainstream. Dr. Oz, an American TV celebrity physician, has been promoting the healing potential of PEMF therapy since 2011 through to 2022 on his The Dr. Oz TV show. He describes PEMF as a revolutionary therapy for pain. Okay, here we go. All right, so now I'm going to talk about the devices, right? So this is the Mini Magic. The top left picture there, that's what it looks like. It's pretty small. It fits kind of in your hand. Okay, it's not that big. It's really tough. Like, I've dropped mine quite a few times. Like, I'll be walking around with it, and then the cable will get caught and it will fly out of my pocket, and it still works. Like, it's pretty tough. But the thing is, what you got to do is to tuck the cable inside somewhere so that it doesn't do that. But the point of it is that it's mobile. You can just have it on you the whole time, right? Whatever you're doing. That's what I do. I just walk around with it when I'm doing my chores. I'm outdoors all day, taking care of the horses and all that kind of stuff. And it's doing its job. It's great. And it runs on a battery, okay? I recommend getting a lithium battery because it will last a lot longer. You can also plug it in, all right? But then you have to be right next to it, obviously. The second picture down is the kit. That's kind of what it comes with. It comes with a little bag. It comes with a cable to plug in. It comes with 2 little coils, and they call that a single coil. All right. So that's the low end. That's what I started with. I got that, and I got a lot out of that. I used it a lot. I don't have to use it now because my back's better, but I was having terrible back pains. Then the bottom picture is the quad coil. So that's times 4. So that's 4 coils. So it's 4 times stronger than the single one. And then you've got everything else that comes in the other one, basically. So here's the specifications. So the waveform is square. The maximum intensity is 200 Gauss. I think that's how you say that word. I apologize if I said it wrong. The frequency range is 9.6 Hertz. The power levels are 3. So you start with a low one if you want, middle, and high. Okay. And it's up to you to decide what you want to use. And you can just monitor. What I do is I just monitor myself. How am I feeling? do I need to bring it down a bit, or do I need it strong, you know? I literally could not walk. I don't know, about a month ago, my back went out and I was having trouble moving, and I just hooked that up and I was able to walk my dogs. I was able to get the pain down significantly. And I mean, I was still walking slowly and everything like that because I really did something. But and then I just used it every day, and it did get, my back did get better because I cannot go down. I have horses depending on me, dogs, everything, and I'm a one-woman show, so I just can't afford to be debilitated. What else we got here? Maximum program duration, so unlimited. It only turns off when you turn it off. It's so simple, this thing. It's just a turn on, turn off device. Power supply, DC adapter, 9-volt battery, power bank. Power adapter input, 100 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 hertz. Power adapter output, 5 volts, 1 amp. DC plug specifications, I can't really read, 12, 5.5. I don't know if you need to know that, but you can look at it later. Input volt amps, 5 volt, 1 amp. Input watts, 5 watts. Okay, so like I said, it's pretty it's pretty sturdy as far as it's very light, but it's you know, like I said, I dropped it a couple of times. I don't recommend dropping it, right? I don't recommend doing that, but what I'm saying is it doesn't just fall apart. Like, it's well made. That's what I'm saying. Okay. And then it also comes with a coil tester, all right? So I don't think that it shows it there, but you can put this little flat, it's called a magnetic coil tester, and it will just light up to show you that it's working. All right, because when you put the coils on, there's no way of really telling it's working, right? So then you do this little device, it comes with it. It's like a little flat disc thing, or square, I think it is, and that will show that it's working. All right, do you want to go to the next one? So that's the mini magic. And now we got the big magic. Yeah, so I just got my big magic. And I was saying about my back got better, but it still wasn't completely better. And then the first night on the big magic, woke up in the morning, no pain at all. It was gone completely. I was like, whoa, that was great. So it comes with a nice bag, so you can take, you can take it with you. It's not that heavy. And the mat itself, it's not like a full body length one. It's about like the third of the size of the body. Or it depends how tall you are. I mean, it's got the measurements here. And then it has this little device that, what do they call it? Control box, okay? That the mat plugs into that, and then you plug that into the electrics. And that's it. So let me go through the specs. Oh yeah, so there's the coil tester as well. So that has a coil tester, and you just put it on top of the mat and it should light up to show you it's working. The little things in the middle, the lights flash in there. So waveform is a square. Magnetic strength, 6,000 Gauss. Format, maximum intensity, 80 Gauss. Frequency range, 7.83 hertz. So that's the Schumann resonance frequency. Power levels, 2. Maximum program duration, unlimited. So that means it goes off when you turn it off. So it has a 1-year warranty. The overall width is 510 millimeters. The overall height is 630 millimeters, and the thickness is 20 millimeters. It's not that heavy. What I recommend is that you put a little sheet over it and sleep on top of it. You can also put it in on specific areas, right? So if you want to target your back, you can make sure you lay on it there. You can wrap it around your leg if it's your leg that's hurting. You can also plug it into your car because it works with a USB thing, right? So you can put that in your car, and it can be on the back of your seat, right? You can be resting against it. Or if you're at work and you're at a desk, you can have it like that on your seat. Or if you're at home, on the couch, whatever. Like, it's totally portable, like, meaning it's not a heavy thing. It's not difficult to hook up at all. It's so simple and easy. What else is here? Oh, yeah, I wanted to tell you too. It doesn't say it here, but there's 20 coils in here, right? So the mini magic, we talked about the single coil and then the 4 coils, the quad. And now this one has 20 coils in it, okay? All right, so here I've written the differences between the mini magic and the big magic. Well, obviously, the big magic is more expensive, all right? I just say that because that's kind of obvious. Okay, so the mini magic runs on batteries and can be plugged in. The mini magic has the option of running on a single coil or 4 coils. Mini magic is light and can be worn on the body while doing daily activities. So now the big magic needs to be plugged in. It doesn't run on a battery, okay? Big magic has 20 coils. Big magic can be laid upon or wrapped around large areas of the body. Big magic is probably easier to use with pets. So saying that, my cat right now is on under my couch and she's on the big magic because she's not very well. She's really, really old. I don't know if how long she's going to be around, but she's comfortable on it and she's been on it for about 3 days. And I turn it off. I don't keep it on all the time. Like I give her breaks from it. I turn it off and then, but I have it on all night for her. Okay, so now PEMF therapy is safe to use with no known side effects. MiraMate PEMF devices are an excellent alternative because, all right, so there's no drugs. You're not having to take any pharmaceuticals for your pain or your inflammation. And how great is that? No penetration of the skin, like needles. Like if you have a phobia about needles, you just don't like them, like acupuncture or cortisol shots, you know, and there's no invasion of the body like surgery. Okay, so who knows? Maybe this is a great alternative. I mean, it's worth trying, I think, in my opinion. Um, I mean, anyway, let's go. You can give yourself treatments whenever needed because you have it at home, you have it around, right? Like I said, you can be using it when you're driving, when you're working, either one, the mini magic and the big magic. So it's great to have on hand in case of emergencies such as falls or accidents. Chronic back, neck pain, whiplash can be used for pets and neighbors, friends, family who needs help. So like I said, I lent it to my friend. He had hip surgery. And what else? Oh yeah, I had that. My back went out. So I was really happy I had it on hand. And it also can be used while driving, at a desk, resting, sleeping, walking, or working out. So there's the pictures on the right, the mini magic and then the big magic underneath. Okay. Can you go to the next slide? All right, so now we're going to get into the Schumann resonance because both the mini magic and the big magic are programmed to emit frequency in the Schumann resonance range. Right, like I think the mini magic was around 9 hertz, right? So the Schumann resonance basic line frequency is 7.83, although it fluctuates around that number. So for anyone who doesn't know what the Schumann resonance is, it's basically the frequency of the Earth, okay? And it was discovered by a man called Schumann. And I actually got an app, a Schumann resonance app for my phone that shows in real time the Schumann resonance. They test it in Russia, and you can see when it spikes, you can see when it's amplified, and and you can kind of see if it correlates to your moods as well. It's interesting. And when there's solar flares, it's affected as well. But people can say, well, it's not always 7.83. No, it's not. It might jump up or come down, but it's kind of interesting. But one thing about the frequency is that there's a correlation to our alpha brainwave state, which is within 17 to 13 hertz, and theta brainwave state 3.5 to 7.5 hertz is where the alpha theta correlates to the Schumann resonance frequency. So in this alpha theta state, we are in a receptive, dreamlike mood where the body can heal and restore itself. And the benefits of 7.83 hertz Schumann resonance are as follows: enhanced learning, enhanced memory, body rejuvenation, balance, improved stress tolerance, anti-jet lag, anti-mind control. I underlined that one because I thought it was really good. And grounding. Okay. So yeah, I like anti-mind control. I don't want to be brainwashed. I don't know if you guys do. Anyway, so here we go. The frequencies in MiraMate's PEMF devices are programmed to be non-repetitive, so the body will not get used to them. Okay, so that means that they're programmed to, I think John was saying that they go backwards and forwards, and then they start at a certain pace, and then it goes to another level and another level. So it's not the same all the time. That's the whole point. So it's not, your body's not getting used to it. Okay, next. All right, so here we're coming to the end. Thank you for watching. And then there's other great products that MiraMate has, such as the MiraMate Magic Pro and the Ray Gun, which I have. The Ray Gun's awesome. All right, but now we're going to go into the question and answers. So I only see one question. Let's see. Hi, Sarah. It works using electricity running through the mat. Does it not produce EMF, which is bad for the body? How do MiraMate negate the EMF? Thanks. No, you don't have to worry about EMF. It's really gentle. EMFs are much stronger. They're higher hertz, higher frequencies. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. Is it good for TBI patients? That's traumatic brain injury, right? I believe TBI. You mean if you put it on your head? I'm guessing that's, I believe it's safe to go on the head. Yeah. It's really gentle. If the mini magic coil is over the wrist, will it help with body circulation, changing blood health? That's more like the cold laser is going to do that more. You can try. Yeah, and it does affect the blood, like I said, like it helps with circulation. But the laser is probably better for that specifically because they have a wrist, what's it called? Cold laser wrist. Spooky does one, which is specific for that. Okay. Okay, thanks, Pedro. Yeah. Okay, TBI, yeah, I got that right. Um, any more questions? Let me look in the chat. Hello. Hello, everyone. How I can see you going. I'm from living in Bahamas. Great. Oh, someone there was trying to tell me what to do. Thank you. From San Diego. Black boxes. I'm seeing black boxes. Okay. Can you use this Quad Max with a pacemaker? I gotta remember that. It's okay to use with metal implants, like the hip replacement. I remember that. That's okay, but I don't think it's good with a pacemaker. Could you please compare Mini Magic with Bob Beck PEMF from Soda? I don't know what that is. If that's another product, I just know that MiraMate is a sister company of Spooky. If anyone knows about Spooky, John White, he's all into making products that don't create a huge amount of profit. So there's a very small profit margin, which makes the cost of it a lot less than other competitors. And he's well, there's that aspect, you know. So you're probably it's a good quality device that's going to cost you less, basically. Do you play the other sound frequencies? Mine came with a small player, and you download frequencies onto an XCOM plug. Okay, you're talking about the Pro, the Big Magic Pro, which is a different device, and that does have an input for audio frequencies. So I'm not really addressing that today. I don't have that one. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know what it looks like. I've heard about it, but you can get you can put any audio through it. Okay, so it doesn't just have to be with the ones that it came with. I think that's what you're asking me. All right. Was there any other questions? Oh, 6 new questions. Okay. Oh, what did Sarah say? Yeah. Okay. Not for pacemaker. Thanks, Sarah. How does Mini Magic and Big Magic compare to Spooky 2, which would kill cancer cell better? Okay, if you dealing with cancer, you need to look at the Spooky Central. Okay, that's what everyone uses for cancer. Also, the Scalar, Spooky Scalar is good for that as well. But the Central is basically what everybody uses for cancer. Okay, if I got gout on my legs, it's just lay my body on the Big Magic can help my leg to recover. I know that gout is really painful, and this does help with pain. It does bring the pain down significantly, so it's possible. But yeah, the Big Magic would be better for that. Bells are beneficial for frequency, and how can we use it? Bells? I don't know. I'm not sure what you're asking me there. So I'm really just answering questions about the Mini Magic and the Big Magic. But yeah, sound is great. Can be healing as well, definitely. I think I answered everything. Oh, have not watched TV 20 years plus years. I am with you on that. Who needs mind control? Exactly. Throw your TVs out the window, is what I say. Is it okay to put on my thyroid? Will it help my thyroid? I think it's okay to put on the thyroid. I think it's okay to do that. People use it mostly for pain and inflammation and athletic recovery, things that I went over. I'm going to see 2 new messages. Where do we go to purchase? Okay, I did put the link on there. It's MiraMate. Can you put the link in there, Zara? I think it's miramate.com. There you go. Could you share info on Essential? Ask someone to share. Thanks. Yeah, that's a whole other topic. I'll tell you quickly though, the Essential is a Spooky 2 device, and you can run this plasma device from it. It's based on the original Rife plasma method, and it's 100 times stronger than the regular spooky generators. And but there's tons of videos, educational videos about the Central. And Zara might be able to post one there. Okay. All right, everyone. I think that's it, right? Yeah, I think I answered everything. We need more info regarding EMF. EMF is like these frequencies that go hammer at you all the time, and that it breaks, it interferes with your own regulation. I don't know how to explain it, but this is really gentle and soft, and it's low. Like it's you don't have to worry about EMF. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you. Oh, Sarah always represents. Thank you, Nate. Thanks everyone for watching, and you can always ask more questions. I'm at frequenciesup@gmail.com. If you want to shoot me an email or anything. I am doing a spooky presentation next week on pets, which I'm really looking forward to. If you want to join that would be great. And that's it, I think.